Hi there, I'm Shane Spears and welcome to another edition of Summit Scale, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is JV Crum III. JV, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on our show.
Well, Shane, thank you so much. And as we were chatting before, actually, when I was 16, I studied at Cambridge University and actually went to Bath and saw the baths, which is what you're so from the Roman times, actually.
Yeah, we have a lot of visitors, so it's a big attraction. Brilliant. For those of you that don't know him, JV Crum III is known for his live on-camera trainings where he creates a breakthrough for business coaches and consultants by helping them find $50,000 or more hidden in revenues and develop steps to put it in their bank account. Named by Inc. magazine as one of the top 13 business shows to listen to in 2017, JV is host of the syndicated radio show and podcast Conscious Millionaire and the best-selling author of Conscious Millionaire, Grow Your Business by Making a Difference. JV holds multiple certifications in NLP and has graduate degrees in 3 areas of law, business and psychology. Brilliant. JV, the title of our interview today is How to Achieve Your First Million, and we have 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Let's go.
So what inspired you to write Conscious Millionaire?
Yeah, that's a fabulous question. And actually, it was an inspired thought that came to me in 2004. Conscious Millionaire came to me as an inspired thought, and then I immediately thought about writing the book. And really my inspiration behind it was to provide a path for entrepreneurs to reach their first million and not do what I had done. A lot of us end up doing things out of our own pain that we don't want other people to experience. So, I got to my first million at 25, had the 4-story home, the Mercedes, on the water, and within 3 months realized I was really empty. Really? Not happy, wasn't great at relationships, and all I had was the money. I want people to get to the money part, doing something that fulfills them and helps the world become a better place. And then I know it'll be a meaningful journey and a financially successful one.
Yeah, brilliant. And what does it mean to be conscious?
Yeah, well, that's another great question. Actually, I think of 3 different ways that it means to be conscious. And the first one is to be aware. And awareness in and of itself, we could talk about for hours. But let's say you're aware of how to build a business, aware of what your clients want, aware of what's going on in the world, aware of how business works, aware of who you are as a person, and what's most important to you, what your values are. The second one is what I think most of us think of as higher consciousness. I call it visionary consciousness. If you think of Steve Jobs, he came up with the iPhone not from a focus group, but because he had the visionary insight that this was something that was going to change people's lives in the world, and indeed it did. Beethoven, any great artist gets a visionary aspect to creating their great music, but also leaders, business leaders, or any type of leader who we call a visionary leader, they get a vision of something beyond what it currently exists. And then the third way to be conscious is what we would call socially conscious. So it's wanting to develop products and services, live in a way that's sustainable, that's going to help the whole world do well.
Right, brilliant. And why do some entrepreneurs reach their first million and continue to thrive while so many fail?
Yeah. Well, in my book, Conscious Millionaire, Grow Your Business by Making a Difference, I have a formula. I call it the formula for creating wealth. And that formula is conscious, focused action. Now, there's multiple parts to each level, but basically what I have found is that people who get to their first million and get there quickly are focused on one specific result. They're very linear focused, but it's lean. Rather than trying to go out in 10 different ways, they're saying, this is the one problem I'm going to solve. Here's the solution for how I'm going to solve it. And they go there. And if you look at most businesses that get to 7, 8 figures, what happens is that they're really providing one product or service or one solution to a problem. So it's being consciously focused and only taking actions to get that one result.
Right. Brilliant. And then in your book, you talk about the big impact vision. What's that about?
Yeah, so, the big impact vision is that the old way of doing business, and I think more and more people are embracing this new transformational way of doing business. The old way of doing business was just how can I get money from people? Whatever I can do to get money, that's what I'm going to do. The new way of doing business is how can I positively impact people in such an important way that they want to buy my services, they want to buy my products. So it's making the impact as a way to create your wealth.
Brilliant. And then finally, we've got 55 seconds left, JV. There are 7 habits in your book, and if you could only choose one to develop, what would it be and why?
Yeah, so the one would be habit number 4. So the first 3 habits are conscious, focused, and action taken from the formula. But habit number 4, I think, is the summary habit for how to do business and do good business. And it's always do the right thing. So if you step back in every situation, you might have policies, you might have rules, you might have guidelines, but ask yourself, what is the right thing to do here? Now, that's not a black and white kind of question. It's a very gray kind of question. It's looking at the context, looking at the outcome you want, looking at all the parties involved. What's the right thing to do at this moment? And I think if you use that as a guiding light for building your business, that you will build great customer relationships as well.
Right. And where does that come from, JV? Is that from a set of values, beliefs?
Yeah, it really was kind of how I grew up. My parents really instilled in me that we're here on the planet to make this a better place. And both of them live their lives by always looking to do the right thing in any situation. So I learned it through the experience of growing up.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And sadly, we've come to the end of our time. Folks, for more resources, check out the link below, www.consciousmillionaire.com/7-figure formula. JV, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and a big hello and the best to each of you who are listening today.
Thank you, JV. Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website, www.summitleader.com.